All right. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Half the class is awake and half the class is like, I don't know, I'm here. Well, I'm glad you're here. Does everybody have 2 balls? At least 2 balls? I sound like I'm really loud. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't mean anatomical balls. That one always gets some laughs, huh? All right. Everybody has the props they need? Yeah? Perfect. We're gonna get started. If you haven't been here with these balls, yes. My name is Lorraine. I like to incorporate myofascial release into my yoga practice, so that's what those are for. We'll kind of have spots weaved in between our vinyasa practice that utilize those. Sometimes we'll use one, sometimes we'll use 2. We'll start on our backs. Come onto your back. Leave the props off to the side. And we'll come in a Supta Baddha Konasana if that's okay for your hips. That just means the soles of your feet come together and the knees just gently open up. If you had 2 blocks and you wanted to support the knees with those blocks, you could. Otherwise, just find a shape that you can land in. Find a shape that you can settle down into. And like I said, we'll just get started here. We'll allow ourselves to check in. Give ourselves a couple minutes just to settle in. You know, we stepped onto all 4 corners of our mat today. Give yourself permission to ground and just be here. Not trying to run away to anything, not trying to think about what you might need to do later. Just allowing yourself to be fully present in this current moment. One way we can do that is starting to check into your breath. Just noticing, becoming aware. Maybe you start to deepen the inhales, fill up those lungs, let them expand. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, we just fill up again. Exhale, we just let it go. And that really is the practice today. We just breathe in through the nose. We breathe back out through the nose if you can today. We try to find this fluid rhythm of breath. Maybe making the inhales just as long as the exhales. And really kind of smoothing that out so that it feels like one fluid inhale, one fluid exhale. Know that that is the base of this practice, and if ever you find your breath becoming erratic or choppy, come back to your breath. That might mean taking a break. That might mean coming to child's pose. Find what feels right for you today. If you're with me, go ahead and fill up one last time. Massive breath in. Huge breath out. Gently close the knees like you're closing a book. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side. Rock a little forward and back. Find some circles maybe. Massage that low back. And we're going to start to rock forward and back, finding a little bit of rock and roll motion up to a comfortable seated position. Once you get up there, we're going to find one of those balls and we're going to get into the wrist and the hands to start out. This vinyasa practice is pretty heavy into the wrist and the hands. Find a comfortable seat for you, whether that's cross-legged or even on your shins. And we're going to take that one ball, place it in the center of your mat, and we're going to take the right hand just over that ball so that it's in the middle of your hand. And then place that left hand on top of the right and just find a little bit of pressure here. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. A few rounds of breath, just finding that compression, just finding a little pressure into your hand. And then we're going to move into what I like to call the moon shape, or the pad of the thumb. We're going to create a smiley face on that hand from the thumb to the pinky side. So fingertips, if you can, come down to the mat. And again, it depends on how long your fingers are. They might not completely touch. Maybe one of them does. And we're just going to find that rocking motion left to right at the curve of the bottom of the hand. Again, if your fingers come off, no worries. We're just trying to find a rocking motion to cross fiber these tissues here in the hand. Fast or slow, you decide the pace, you decide the pressure. And it doesn't take much, really just 30 seconds is enough with this style of practice. We're just trying to hydrate the tissues, get a little circulation in through that space. Go ahead and take one more breath wherever you are. Find stillness. Press the pad of the thumb, so really that kind of corner of your hand into the ball. Just take a breath in. Big breath out. And then we're going to roll from the fingertips to the bottom of the hand. So we're going to start in the middle, and we're just going to find that on the floor, rolling to the center. And find each fingertip, so roll back up to one, come all the way to the pinky finger, and just make sure you hit each finger at least once or twice. Yeah, if you need to adjust your seat, feel free to adjust your seat. Last couple breaths. Last little thing, we'll find a little bit of a scribble, so just kind of find a light scribble. Your fingers, your hand, that pad of the thumb. If you find a place you want to stay, you could even come to the knife edge of each side of the hand. Last couple breaths. Beautiful. Find stillness. Just press that hand back into the ball one more time. Inhale. Exhale, just come up. Bring the hands to the knees. And just notice that right side. Take a couple moments. Just notice any differences from left to right. Maybe one hand feels a little more expansive. Maybe you feel that up to the forearm even. Big breath in. Breath out. We'll switch sides. So left hand comes to the center of the hand onto that ball. Right hand comes on top. And again, we just find a couple moments of just that compression, pressing the ball down to the earth, pressing the hand to the hand. Couple breaths. Ha. One more massive inhale. Stay there as you exhale. And again, we're going to find that rolling, what I like to call that smiley face shape from thumb to pinky fingers. Again, find a position that feels right so that you can press and move that hand from left to right, fast or slow. Again, finding a pressure that feels appropriate for you. If you did want to do this practice at home and you had other tools, sometimes it's nice to even find a ball that's smaller than this one, just so you can get a little more pointed, a little more specific into the hand. Really nice to do in the mornings, especially if you're at a desk all day. Last inhale. Big exhale. All right, next one, we're going to find the rolling from the fingers all the way down towards the wrist. I like to start in the middle, but you could start really at any finger that felt right. And again, just a couple passes, 1 to 2 passes on each finger. And if you're like, I don't feel like I'm doing it right, you're doing it right. I promise it's not anything specific or rigid. We're really just trying to, again, move these tissues, find some hydration. Once you're done with that last round, find that light scribbling of the hand, the fingers, maybe even the wrist a little bit. You could come onto the side edge or the knife edge of the hands. Last couple breaths. Beautiful. Last thing, just press into the ball one more time. Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. If you did come onto your shins and you want to scoot the legs off to the side, back to a comfortable seat, find that. Just bring the hands to the knees. Take, again, a couple moments to notice. Now that we've done both sides, maybe they feel a little more symmetrical. Big breath in. Breath out. Go ahead and plant the feet in front of you. We're going to come into reverse tabletop position. So fingertips behind you, they point forward. Feet about hips width. And then lift the hips up towards the sky. Find a little flatness, a reverse tabletop. A little tuck of the chin here. Should feel nice for the shoulders, a little nice for the wrists too. Breathe in. Breathe it out. One more inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower the hips back down to the mat. Scoot the hips off to the side and come to tabletop position. We'll continue into the wrist. And fingertips forward. We'll just start to rock forward and back. Again, pretty wrist heavy in this practice. You know, down dogs, vinyasas, chaturangas, lots of things putting pressure on our wrists in many different ways. So it's nice to kind of find a little stretching, maybe pre-yoga or even after yoga. Go ahead and turn the fingertips 90 degrees out towards the sides of your mat and rock side to side. Big breath in. Big breath out. Turn another 90 degrees when you're ready. If you'd like to walk the knees in a little bit closer, you can. Fingertips facing the knees. And again, you're going to relieve some tension, some pressure if you walk the knees forward. You could walk them back if that felt okay. And if you wanted it, maybe lean forward and back. Again, it's optional. For some of us, the front of the wrists are definitely going to feel a lot of tension there. So if that's you, walk the knees in and just find a place that feels good for 3. Beautiful for 2. One last one here. We're going to flip the palms upside down so the backs of the hands are on the mat. Fingertips still facing the knees. Yeah, find that. Just a couple breaths here. You could lean back if you wanted to, but again, for some of us, that might not feel good. You could also create little circles in either direction. You're here for 3, regardless of where you went. For 2. Last one, if you did create any movement, find stillness. Big breath in. Slowly lean back onto the shins, unravel the wrists, maybe shake it out. In fact, interlace the hands and just kind of create some figure 8s, a couple rounds. Beautiful. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Go ahead and shake that out once more. Tabletop position. Tuck the toes. And then just lift the hips. Come into that first downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Maybe notice if it feels any different since you started on your hands and in those wrists. Maybe the legs are like, what about me? Breathe here. Pedal the feet out. Shake the head. Whatever you might need. First down dog of the class. Massive inhales. Massive exhales. Beautiful. Let's go and shift forward to a plank pose, upper push-up position. Let's work the shoulders now, just lubricating that joint. Stack the shoulders over the wrist. Press the feet back, engage the core. Once you're ready, lift the hips back up, downward facing dog. Just lift back up, yes. Couple like that. Shift forward on an inhale, plank pose. Downward facing dog, yes. 2 more, shift forward. Down dog, breathe it out. Beautiful, you guys. One last one. Inhale to plank. Exhale to lift the hips, down dog. Press that chest back. Take 3 rounds of breath in this downward facing dog. Press the heels down. In fact, keep that left foot where it is. Right leg's gonna lift up into a 3-leg dog. Let's bend the knee, open the hip. Find a little opening, a little yawning there. A little hello for that hip. Maybe roll the ankle, maybe roll the knee. You're here for 3. Beautiful for 2. Last one, toes reach back up. Set it down, downward facing dog. We'll just switch sides. Right foot stays, left leg lifts up, 3-leg. When you're ready, bend the knee, open the hip, breathe. You could roll the ankle, you could roll the knee, you decide. Find what feels good. Might feel different on this side. Notice that, that's okay. On your next inhale, toes reach back up. Set it back down, downward facing dog. Press that chest back. And then right leg lifts back up on the inhale. This time, step it forward. You're still on the ball of the back toes. Drop the back knee. You're here for 5 breaths. Low lunge, hands either low, or you can reach the arms up if you're ready. You could also bring the hands to the knee, whatever felt right. You're just here for 3 more rounds of breath, not super long. For 2, wherever you are, take a breath in. Hands down to the mat. Tuck the back toes if not already. Zip the back knee up. Step it forward, forward fold. Maybe bent knees, hang in. Beautiful, you guys. Forward fold, first one today. Halfway lift as you inhale, hands to shins, lots of length. Forward fold, dive back in. Bend the knees really generously. We're gonna ragdoll our way up to standing. First one today, slow and controlled. Once you're there, shoulders will drop down and away from the ears. Crown of the head reaches up last. Inhale, let's continue the arms sweeping up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Checking in. Maybe setting a foundation or intention, maybe even a dedication today. Maybe that's just to be present. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, forward dive back into those legs. Halfway lift, listen up. As you fold back in, let's step the right foot back, drop the back knee, low lunge on the opposite side, 5 rounds of breath. Beautiful, decide where your hands are gonna go, different side, different sensations. Big breath. Beautiful, last 2. Fill up one more time, inhale. Plant the hands down, tuck the back toes, just step back to plank pose. Take a huge breath in. Downward facing dog, lift those hips, down dog. Yes. Let's do that again. Left side, lift it up, inhale. Step it forward, drop the back knee, find your low lunge, 5 rounds of breath. You've been here on this side before, so maybe you find a different position for the arms if that felt right. Last 3. Beautiful for 2. Hands down low to the mat. Tuck the back toes. Zip the back knee. Step it forward. Forward fold. Hands to shins. Halfway lift. Smoothing it out. Forward fold. Back into the legs. This time stand up. Reach it up tall to the ceiling. Hands to heart space. Breathe it out. Keeping it moving. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold back into those legs. Halfway lift. Beautiful. Fold back in as you do. I think it's the left foot steps back. Is it the left foot? Left foot steps back, yeah. Drop the back knee, 5 breaths. You decide where the hands go for 3. Beautiful for 2. Take one more inhale. Hands to the mat. Plant the hands. Step back to plank. This time, stay in plank for 3. Beautiful for 2. Shift forward if you want it. Lower down slow all the way to your belly. First time. Unravel the toes. Let's lift up into your first cobra. Find that back bend. Downward facing dog. Make your way back either through table or through plank. You decide. Breathe in. Breathe it out. Let's pick it up. Some traditional warm-up A's. One breath, one movement. If you're with me, press the heart back. Step or hop it, top of the mat you go. Halfway up, bow back in. Root to rise, just reach up tall, and then fold back into the legs right away. Dive back in. Halfway up again. Hands to the earth right away. Step, hop, or float it. Find your vinyasa as you lower down slow. Inhale to lift the heart. Exhale back to downward facing dog. You could be ahead or behind my cueing on that. Find your vinyasa. Beautiful. Press it back. Step or hop it, top of the mat. Halfway. Bow in. Rise. Fold. Beautiful. Lift up halfway. Hands to the mat, step or hop it. Vinyasa, just smoothing it out, working that negative. Inhale, let that heart shine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe it out, yes. 2 more rounds, press it back. Step or hop it, top of the mat. Half glance. Fold. Rise and reach. Dive back in, yes. Inhale, halfway up. Hands to the earth, step or hop it. Vinyasa, you lower. Inhale. Down dog, exhale, yes. Last time here. Just a little dance, press it back. Step or hop, top of the mat. Half glance. Fold. Rise up. Dive in. Beautiful half lift. Hands to the mat, step or hop. Vinyasa, you work your way out of that. Inhale. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Stay here, check into the breath. Ha. Beautiful. Press the heart back. Step or hop it, top of the mat. Halfway up again. Fold in. And then bend the knees. We're just going to lower down to a hover. So lower the knees. We'll bend the knees, lower the legs. We're hovering, so we're down. If you need to look up, hands are down low to the mat. That butt is down low towards the mat too. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to make our way to boat pose, Navasana. So roll your way back onto the sits bones. Lift the knees up just for a breath. Beautiful. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock your way to your back. Maybe find a little rock side to side if that felt right. And we're going to get a little core, a little detour before our next flow. So if you're with me, the back is going to stay on the mat. Lift the knees parallel, lift the shins parallel to the mat. And then you decide where the hands go. They can come to the hips or they can come down to the mat. We're going to take the right foot, lower it, and tap it to the earth. Bring it back up. Lower the left foot, tap it to the earth. Bring it back up. I'm keeping a bend in my knees. You could too. You don't have to straighten the legs when you lower it. Lower the left side. Lift it up. Find a few rounds here, just moving at your own pace, tapping the foot down to the earth and switching sides after you come up. Beautiful. If you wanted a little bit more, you could peel the shoulders off the mat. You could bring your hands behind your head and just lower and tap. Last 10. 9. Beautiful. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Yes, I can. 3. Last couple for 2. Tap. Last one. Bring the knees back up. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little rock. Plant the feet down to the mat. We're going to find a bridge pose. Palms come down to the earth. Feet about hips width. When you're ready, lift the hips up towards the sky. You're here for 5. Beautiful for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Lift the hips, lower back down. Hug the knees back into the chest. Rock forward and back. We're going to rock up to a standing forward fold at the top of our mats. Find your way there. Forward fold, dive in. Moving on, halfway lift. Fold back in. Find a chair pose, squat low. First time today, Utkatasana. Weight shifted into the heels. You should be able to see your toes. If you can't, shift the shins back just a little bit. Beautiful. The thighs start to activate those glutes. Shoulders, they relax down and away from the ears. Breathe in. Breathe out. Yes, I can. Sink a little lower into your chair. You got this. One more inhale, chair pose. Forward fold. Dive out of that. Halfway up. Hands to the mat. Step or hop it. Vinyasa. Lower slow. Heart's going to lift. Beautiful. Your back bend of choice. Downward facing dog. Breathe it out here. Beautiful. So on this flow, we're not going to lift the right leg up to get to our warrior one. You're just going to step the right foot forward. Just step it forward. Back foot 45. Warrior one as you rise up, reach it up. That's going to be quick once we flow it. So it's really when you come to your down dog right away, you step forward. Right? Everyone's going to want to lift that leg. But I promise it's a little different. Breathe in. Breathe out. Warrior one, just downloading the shape into our bodies. Rooting down through the feet, lifting through the upper body. Find one more huge inhale. Get expansive. Hands down to the mat. Step it back. Wash it out. Vinyasa. Lower slow. And then here we'll try it out. Once you get to down dog, right away, just step that left foot forward. Back foot 45. Rise up, warrior one. You're on the other side. So it's pretty quick. It's kind of with that down dog breath. Settle in. First warrior one on this side. Nice bend through that front left knee. Hips square towards the front of our room. Our breath. Are you still breathing? Yes. Check in. Pretty traditional warm-up B, but we'll take out the 3-leg dog. Lift up one more time. Get long. Hands to the mat. Vinyasa. Through that chaturanga. Inhale, bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Down dog. Down dog, down dog. We're going to get the chair at the top. One breath, one movement. It'll take a couple rounds to smooth that through. Press it back. Step or hop. Top of the mat you go. Halfway up. Fold in. Chair pose. Squat low. Forward fold. Get out of that. Halfway. Hands to the earth. Step or hop. Vinyasa. Beautiful. Cobras up dogs. Downward facing dog. Right away, step the right foot forward. Inhale for that warrior one. Yes, it's quick. Hands to the earth. Wash it out. Vinyasa. Beautiful, you guys. Inhale. Down dog. Right away, step that left foot forward. Rise and reach. Hands to the mat. Wash it out. Yes. If you need an extra breath in any of those, take it. Downward facing dog. Breathe it out. 2 more rounds. Press it back. Step or hop. Top of the mat. We'll get the chair at the top. Halfway. Fold in. Chair pose. Dive it out. Halfway up. To your mat, lower down slow. You could skip vinyasa. Know that you never need to do every single one. You could just lift the hips down to downward facing dog. Right away, step that right foot forward. What you doing? Yeah, rise up, reach up. Plant the hands down, step it back, vinyasa. You're like, you're supposed to tell me it's quick. Lower, heart, dog. Right away, step forward, rise. Hands to the mat, lower down slow. You only got one more. You can do it. Heart, dog. We'll get the chair, press it back. Top of the mat. Since you guys want it, go to right away to chair. Everybody wants to go right away to chair. Forward fold. halfway, hands to the mat, step or hop. Heart shines. Down dog, right away, step forward, right foot. Warrior one, stay here. Breathe. Check in. Beautiful. Let's open out warrior two. Back foot dials flat, that front heel's in line with that back middle arch. In fact, check into that front right knee. I'd like it to be jotting towards the right corner of your mat. If it's not, just give it a little nudge. Breathe in. Breathe it out. Flip the right palm, reverse your warrior. Find a little side stretch. Breathe. Strong legs, strong breath. Vinyasa out of that. Beautiful, lower down. Heart, again, down dog, right away. Step the left foot forward. Rise to that warrior one. Stay. Settle. Find your breath. Left foot's forward. Yes. Breathe. And then let's check in. How about a smile? It's not so serious. Breathe in. Stay there. Breathe out. Take one more massive breath. Warrior two, as you breathe out, stay here. First time on this side, hips open. That front left knee jotting to the left corner of your mat. Nice external rotation there. Legs are gonna stay the same. Flip the palm, reverse your warrior. A little space through those left side ribs. Breathe. Maybe even here, a little lightness through the face. Yes, yes I can. I'm just here to breathe. Cartwheel it down, find your vinyasa. Beautiful. Heart. Back to downward facing dog. Press the heart back again. Step or hop, top of the mat you go. Halfway lift. Fold in. We'll come back to a chair pose. Just a little detour here. Really, this class is meant to touch everything today, head to toe. And here we're going to get right into the toes. Lift up onto your tippy toes and maybe bring the hands to the heart space. We're going to just start to lower, slow and controlled. We're staying on the tippy toes as we lower, bending those knees a little bit more, a little bit more. Whew. Once you get there, stay here a couple moments. Check into those feet. If you need the hands to the mat, find that. We're going to come into what we call screaming toes pose. Drop the knees forward. And if you need to check into those pinky toes, give them a little assistance. We'll stay here a couple moments. If this is too much with the upper body lifted, bring the hands to the mat. And then don't forget to breathe. Yeah, head to toe today. Beautiful. It's called screaming toes because at one point, your toes might start to talk to you. Your feet might be like, wow, I haven't done this. A little space, our feet carry us through, walking throughout the day, keeping us upright. Really, they're the unspoken or uncherished or celebrated piece of our bodies. Take a huge breath in. Beautiful. Hands down. We're going to stay on the tippy toes. Just lift the knees back up. And again, we're going to reverse what we just did. I'm going to bring my hands to the heart. Staying on the tippy toes. We're going to come up to standing. Again, slow as you need. Coming up to standing. Still on the tippy toes. Reach the hands up towards the sky. Stay. Breathe. Huge inhale. Set the heels down. Hands to the heart. Maybe hands by your sides. Just let that dissipate. Let that go away, that sensation. Use your breath. Beautiful. Take one more huge inhale. Big exhale. Shift the weight into that right foot. Left knee is going to come into the chest. Just for transition, send that leg back as if you're coming to crescent lunge. Drop the back foot. We're going to turn towards the left side. Find goddess pose as you kick those heels in. Maybe hands to the heart, maybe hands to the knees. Breathe. Beautiful. If you want a little pulse up and down, you're more than welcome to find that. Get those inner thighs. Check in with your breath. Beautiful. From here, let's go ahead and straighten the legs. Turn the toes forward. Reach up on the inhale. Fold in. Find a prasarita. Wide-legged standing forward fold. Let the head hang. You can grab the feet. You can grab the calves. You could just bring the hands down to the center of your mat. Maybe grab a block. Find that stretch through the backs of those legs. Ha. Breathe in. Beautiful. Breathe it out. Ha. Last couple moments here in this prasarita. It's a little rest before our last standing series. Beautiful. From here, let's crawl towards the left toes. Place a bend in the left knee. Find a skandasana towards the back of your mat. Right toes maybe up towards the sky. Yeah, a little side lunge. Hands can stay low or they can come to your heart. Or they can reach out wide, you decide. We're gonna get a couple skandasanas here, get into the legs. When you're ready, hands down to the mat. Let's crawl forward, find skandasana on the opposite side, bending that right knee. Left toes turn up towards the sky, maybe. Now your right heel might be lifted, it might be on the mat. That's just a little, depending on how your anatomy is and where your knee is in alignment with that ankle. Let's flow that through a couple times. Back towards the back of the mat, skandasana. Back to the front, skandasana towards the front. Two more, back to the back, left knee bends. Back to the front, right knee bends. Last one, skandasana to the back. Skandasana to the front. Come back to center, turn the toes in, come back to that prasarita as you straighten those legs. Just fold in. Ha. Halfway lift. Fold back in, crawl towards the right toes, pivot on the ball of the back toes, find a vinyasa towards the front of the mat. Lower down slow. Inhale, heart lifts. Downward facing dog, our last little bit for standing here. Right leg's gonna lift up, inhale. Step it forward, stay on the ball of the back toes, crescent lunge. As you rise up, you reach, stay. First time today, big breath, a little balance. We're gonna keep the legs as they are. Hands to the heart space, find a twist towards that right side. Maybe the elbow hooks the outside of the knee. If you want an open arm variation, that's always welcome. Breathe. 5, for 4, 3, 2. Find that last little twist. Come back to crescent lunge. Inhale, listen up. We're gonna come to standing split. Lean forward into that front right leg. Hands low, left leg up, standing split. Notice here, I want you to notice the hip square, so that leg might drop a little bit, that left leg. Ha. We're gonna move the hips from square to open here. So I'll walk you through it. Bring that left hand to the left hip. Notice that left hip is square. Keep the right hand on the mat or on the front of on the floor here. We're gonna open that left hip as you stack it open on top of the right. Flex the left toes. You could bring the left hand to the sky. We're in half moon as you breathe. 3 more breaths. Yes, If you're having a little trouble with the balance, the hand to the hip might help. Whoo! You got this. Left arm reaches up a little taller. Everyone bring the hand to the hip again. We're going to square it back down. Come back to standing split. Oh, that should feel good for that right leg, bottom leg. Beautiful. Bend the bottom knee. Come back to crescent lunge. Land that back foot. Arms rise. Open out, warrior two. Been here before. We're going to come to Skandasana. You've been here before. Back of your mat. Maybe hands to the heart. Beautiful. Come back to warrior two. Yes. Use those hips. Come back to Skandasana. One more like that. Warrior two. Slow as you need. Open out. Back to Skandasana. Yes, you can. You could use your hands down low. We're going to come back to that warrior two. Slow, open, reverse on the inhale. Cartwheel it down. Find a vinyasa. Lower slow. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Woo. Yes. Beautiful. Left side, lift it up. Step it forward, crescent lunge. Inhale, I rise, I stay for 5. First time on this side for 4, 3, keeping the legs as they are. We're gonna add that twist. So you decide either open arm or twist towards that left side of our space. Breathe. Yes, legs strong, inner thigh squeeze. Crown of the head reaches, you get long. Find that last bit of twist there. Come back to crescent lunge. Yes, use your core. And we're going to turn this into that standing split. Lean forward into that standing split. Yes, hip square. Breathe. Yes, I can. Whoo. Beautiful. Toes reach, get a little longer there. And then when you're ready, right hand to the right hip. Feel that squaring of the hips. Beautiful. We're going to open that hip, stack it on top of the left. As you do, flex those right toes. Maybe the top arm up towards the sky. You're in half moon. You could use a block. Heck, if you fall, who cares? No one cares. Let go of caring that you fell. And just come back and meet us. Everyone, hand to the hip, right hand to the hip, square back down, standing split, standing split. Whoo, you got this. Bend the bottom knee, crescent lunge, come back to it, rise up, reach up. Warrior two, open the hips. Yes, breathe. All right, here's that flow. Skandasana towards the back of your mat. Bend that right knee, maybe hands to the heart. Whew. Come back to warrior two. Back to Skandasana, yes. 2 more. Warrior two, lift up. Back to Skandasana. Yes, lift back up. Last one. Skandasana, back of your mat. Warrior two, stay. Flip the left palm, reverse, up and back, yes. Cartwheel it down, find a vinyasa out of that. Breathe. Inhale. Down dog. Woo. Right leg rises. Step it forward, crescent lunge, a little different. Open out, warrior two. Straighten that front leg, turn the toes in, come to goddess pose just like before, hands to heart or arms wide. Breathe. We're going to pulse it here for 5, so up and down for 4, 3. You could stay still if that was better for you. 2. Last one. Let's stand up, toes turn in. Warrior two towards the back of your mat, left toes turn out. Beautiful. Reverse, inhale. To your mat you go, vinyasa, towards the back of your mat. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale, yes. Last thing, last side, left leg. Yes, I can. Step it forward, crescent. Warrior two, open. Straighten that front leg, turn to goddess at the side of your mat. Kick the heels in, hands to heart or arms wide. I'll give you a different option. If you want the hands to the knees, maybe pulse it down on the right side for 3, for 2. We'll switch to the left. 3, 2. Come back to center, maybe hands back to the heart. Lift back up, straighten the legs, turn the toes forward. Right toes turn towards the window. Warrior two again. Reverse, inhale. To your mat, vinyasa, your last time through. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Press the chest back. Set the knees down, find a child's pose. Whew. Breathe in. Breathe out. You made it. You put in the work. And now we take some time to just cool down. We're going to set up for one back bend today. So I'm going to give you the choice. If you want to bridge pose, come to bridge. If you want a wheel pose, come to wheel. I had a camel pose planned in the class, so if you want to come to camel, you decide. If you're like, what's that? Camel's on your knees. Find where you're going to go, bridge, wheel, camel. We're just going to get one today. If you're coming to camel, lift up under the knees are about hips width. Maybe the hands, palms down or fingers down, as if they're in your pockets here. Some people like to tuck their toes under. That's up to you. Whatever feels best. Really press those hips forward. Notice that my hips keep pressing forward, and then that back bend starts from there. Find your variation of that back bend. Make sure the hips don't press back. Keep them pressing forward. If you want to bring one hand to the foot, you can. Find your variation. You can bring both hands to the foot or the feet here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last 2. Wherever you are, last 1. If you're in camel, slowly lift your way up. Make your way to a child's pose. If you're in bridge, just hug the knees into the chest. Whew. All right. Everybody grab your balls, your tennis or myofascial balls. All right. We're going to come into a myofascial release for the hips. We're going to use both of them. So we're going to come into the frontal hip bones. If you want to feel for your frontal hip bones, we're going to be about 1 inch inside and 1 inch below those frontal hip bones. So we're going to come onto our bellies. Make your way onto your belly. You'll place one ball at a time. So place one ball at a time. Once you get them placed, find a place for your head to rest. Maybe cheek off to one side. Maybe create a pillow with your arms if that was calling your name. And then just stay here for a couple moments. No need to rush to anything. Just let gravity do the work as you let your body weight sink into those props there. Whew. Beautiful. If you wanted to lift up onto the forearms, you absolutely could to add a little bit more pressure. If you go there and it's too much, know that you can back off. And I'll give you a couple options for movement if you want them. Option 1 is going to be lift one knee or lift one leg. So bend at the knee and lift one foot up towards the sky. Lower it back down. Switch sides. Lower it back down. So that's option one. You can keep moving through that movement. Option two, you could bend both knees and kind of find a windshield wiper side to side. Might not go very far with a windshield wiper, that's okay. Beautiful, just breathe in. Breathe out. All right, if you are moving, let those legs lower back down. Let the elbows splay back out, cheek back off to one side. And from here, we're gonna make our way to our backs, but I want you to just come with me. We're gonna take one ball with us. So we're gonna kind of roll on the ball. I want you to come, let me see. I want you to come onto your right hip. So slowly roll. Actually, lift up onto the elbows if not already. Sorry about that. We're gonna lift that left ball out from underneath us. Just place it at the top of your mat. You're in about a Sphinx pose. You still have that ball placed under that right hip. We're gonna slowly, and I mean slowly, lift that left knee as if you're coming a frog. And we're gonna kind of roll onto the side of our bodies. You might need to wiggle around a little bit. Really, I'm trying to place that ball or find the ball in that glute area. So you might need to move it up or down. And you're gonna be kind of on your side. So you're kind of on your side. That left knee is either bent, planted in front or behind. And we're gonna keep going. Keep rolling with it. Keep rolling with it towards the back, Keep rolling with it. And we're gonna, oh yeah. You're gonna find a place that feels really tender. You could stay there. Slowly make your way, lower your way onto your back. That ball should be placed really below the sacrum here. I'll lift up so you can kind of see, really in the kind of meaty spot of your butt cheek at the top. So we're gonna take that other ball that's at the top of your mat and place it on the left side. Yeah. Find a place that feels good here. Yeah, if you need to make noises, make noises. For a lot of us, this is a very tender spot. So you can go right here. If it feels better on the cheek, feel free to go to the cheek. That's also a good place. It's really kind of like your love handle area. That's where I am. But again, if you wanted to be on the butt cheeks, you could totally be at that bullseye. In fact, everybody, let's move the balls down to the bullseye. Bend the knees, plant the feet, hips width. Yeah, just land there. Breath in. Breath out. Wiggle the hips side to side. Maybe lift the hips slightly. Just wiggle side to side. All right, last couple breaths there. If you are moving, just find stillness. Breathe out. Remove the right ball from the butt. Bring the left ball up again towards that love handle area. And this time we're gonna go backwards towards the hip. So left leg extends out long. That right knee, I'm gonna keep it bent. Left arm out towards the left. And then slowly start to roll your way onto that left side. That right hand can come to the mat and you can lift up to that left elbow. If you need to move up and down on that side, that glute, you can, up and down. So find a more tender spot if you need to. Whew. Take a breath in. Breath out. I'm gonna roll my way back to my left hip, so slow and controlled. Making my way back down to my belly, back down to my left hip. Once I get there, I'm gonna place that ball, that other ball underneath the right. So we're back where we started. You could be on the elbows. You're not going to be here very long, just for 5. You could lower the arms down and turn the cheek off to one side. Huge inhale. Massive exhale. Remove one ball at a time. And then you decide where you want to take your Shavasana today, either on your belly or on your back. Find your way there into your Shavasana. We make our way into rest. That cool towel should be to one side of your mat. Find that if you want it. In these last few moments, if there's anything we didn't touch into or any space that we didn't get to, I want you to use these last couple breaths, maybe 3 rounds of breath, to breathe into that space. Maybe it wasn't enough heart openers, breathe into the heart. Maybe it wasn't the belly. Or maybe it was. If it was everything, maybe just breathe into the full body one last time. Massive breath in. Let it go out the mouth. this shape is never long enough. And I welcome you to stay longer if you need to. But we will say that is the official end of our time together. Feel free to come up as you wish. No rush. Like I always do, I'll just close by bringing my hands to my heart and just saying thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for sharing your energy with me and this community. I hope you leave feeling a little more light and free. Namaste. Thank you, guys.